Hello and welcome. I'm James Rose and this is EU4. This is my first YouTube video and I'm hoping that you will enjoy it. In this game, I'm going to be playing a major power because having done a few little test runs, I realised that it is actually, as the YouTubers often say, very hard to play and commentate at the same time, especially if you're not used to it. You do play at a lower level. So for this game, I'm going to be playing as a major power. That major power is obviously not Ulm, because that would make the game too easy. So I'm going to be playing as England. I'm playing as England because in this patch they have a much more interesting and, if done well, powerful start, because they get events that allow them to possibly PU France. So let's jump in with them. I did try this once already, but Aragon decided to be stupid, so I decided it was better just to restart. I consider the other countries I was considering were the Ottomans and Muscovy. I decided not on the Ottomans because they've been done so many times and they're boring. Then again, England's been done quite a few times as well. But anyway, I prefer England as a country. The Ottomans are just too powerful early on, and you just end up steamrolling everything, and it gets boring. And Muscovy I find quite fun to play, but I've done a huge game as them recently where I conquered like half the world. So I decided to go with good old England over here. Okay, first things first. Go through this. Oh yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, England actually starts out with a couple of half-price advisors, so grabbing them I would definitely recommend. And no decent military advisors. I'm tempted just to fire some of them and see if I can get someone better. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. This generally isn't a good use of money, but because I know I'm going to be getting in an early war with France, I'm just going to fire 2 of these and hope next month I get a better one. If I don't, I'll just go with what I've got. Okay, so nothing to do here. Enemies: France, Burgundy, and Denmark. Pretty standard. So I'm going to be rivaling France, Burgundy, and Scotland because you'll quickly eclipse Scotland and get some free PP. Power protection there. Next, turn my army off, turn my forts off, and make loads of money. Excellent. Anything else needs doing in this? Disable that, because nobody ever takes that unless you're doing it for roleplay reasons, but that isn't the case here. I'm taking the Solidify Papal Relations mission here because if you get excommunicated, it really sucks. So I find this is a good mission to get straight off. It also gives you some extra yearly papal influence, so if you're a big country and you have cardinals, it means that early game you're quite likely to be able to grab the courier controller, which gives you reduced AE, which is excellent. Now, I think that's all I need to do. And here, you can grab 100 there and 100 there without annoying them. And I'm also going to be grabbing that because, as I said, that's some extra papal points. And it means I get an extra 5% tax. And I'm going to be grabbing this because the difference in trade efficiency is not, it's less than the money you're gaining from taking that off the burgers. Okay, I think that... Oh yeah, start debate. English monarchy system. You get the English Parliament, so you would get the constitutional monarchy much earlier than everyone else. And this is a great one to get straight off because I'm going to be recruiting a load of units in a second. I'm just going to ignore corruption. Then I'm going to go here and do that. And that'll get rid of my corruption quite quickly. I think it's literally a few months. Next, build up to force limit. I like to get 10 cav and as many infantry as possible. And then with my navy, I want these guys protecting the English Channel and going home at war so they don't get sunk by some annoying Frenchies. And an extra heavy and 2 transports. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you get one more, so I will put that on there. Oh, I'd like to point out, having just said Frenchies, any political, racist type views or anything like that expressed in these videos is purely for roleplay and immersion purposes on my part. I do not necessarily believe anything I actually say in these videos in real life, unless I'm talking about the game mechanics themselves. So, just thought I'd get that out of the way so nobody gets the wrong idea if I start insulting the French. I don't actually hate the French, I'm just role-playing because I'm England in this game. Anyway, hopefully you can all understand that. I'd imagine if you're watching a video on EU4, you probably do anyway. I think now, next, just need my diplomat. Okay, let's have a look at these guys. You're just off, you will accept, and you're a bit off. So, to improve relations with them, I want to get a royal marriage with Castile, and move up to speed 3. Ignore the Irish miners, because I'm just going to eat them later. Okay. There we go. With a bit of improvement, you literally just need to send your diplomat to get the alliance with Aragon. So, just need to wait for the 12th of December so I can actually get the alliance in place. And I've got an offer from Castile. Perfect. So, that gives me an alliance with Aragon and an alliance with Castile. And the thing I forgot to check was... Oh, there we go. It's alright. I was going to say, oh no, Aragon doesn't want any of France's land. They usually do, but in this one they don't. But luckily Castile does. So when the War of the Roses kicks off again, I will be able to call Castile in on a promise of territory for France's land. And then I want my diplomat. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, because the alliance offer didn't go. It's alright, Aragon doesn't matter because it's Castile that wants their land. I'll come back to Aragon later after I've annoyed Castile. But I have a strong ally in Castile, so that's alright. Improve relations with Austria, because they will ally you, and they will help you fight France and Burgundy. And carry on. Where is my money going? Oh yeah, rooting out corruption, that's alright. Okay, corruption gone, let's turn it back down, so it doesn't suddenly shoot up and bankrupt me or something. Oh yeah, and a free seat in Parliament. Always give free seats in Parliament to your most developed provinces, in this case Essex, because they increase... Did that go through? There we go. They increase production, tax, and manpower, and sailors if you care about those for some reason. But yeah, rather than the estate which you're losing out here in nobility, seats in Parliament actually improve your provinces. So that's awesome. Now, let's see how this is. Most troubling indeed. Oh no. I'm kind of hoping that this never fires. My hope here is that either Henry Lancaster... Oh, one sec. Let's see. Land Force Summit Fort Defense. 2 equally useless things. I will take this one though, because some extra men could be useful. Get another 4,000 men. I would have rathered a morale advisor, but unfortunately I'm not paying more money to try and get him. And let's bring some guys down to camp. There we go. Now, I'd really appreciate it if, after watching this video, or even during it, if you see anything where you like, oh, I don't like him doing this, or he could have done this a bit better, feel free to comment it below. Half the point of me doing this YouTube series is to improve my own gameplay within EU4, and it's a bit of fun for me and getting some viewers. And if you're not enjoying the content, then that's no fun for either of us, really, is it? So let me know what you think of how this video goes down in the comments section, and I'll do my best to improve where I can. Okay, this event, Lollard Heresy. Let me see. Do I want loads of unrest, tolerance of the true faith, yearly papal influence, or do I just want a bit of tolerance of heretics? Now, I did mention papal influence being useful earlier, but I've already actually got 100% chance of winning it now. So I'm going to take this because it doesn't annoy anyone I care about. Ooh, although I'm currently doing the mission for the Papal State. Do I care about this mission that much? Not really. Okay, so I pretty much always just take this one because it increases reform desire and gives me tolerance of heretics, which as England, who you're pretty much best off converting, is really good. Extra tolerance, because I plan on taking humanist as my first idea group, and with humanist and this, you end up with, I believe you end up with a positive tolerance of heretics, which means that having heretics actually slightly decreases revolt risk in the provinces they're in, as opposed to, say, heathens. Anyway, I don't know if I explained that particularly well. Oh well. Anyway, let them be. Now, I want to start moving my men across to France, because France is going to be my first war. They are going to be my first war because there is an event which causes me to go to war with them. And trying to do anything before that, I think, would be kind of silly. Especially considering it has a low mean time to happen. Ooh, yes, an heir. See, before, I would try and rush the War of the Roses and just get rid of Henry Lancaster as soon as possible. But in this patch, if I don't get the, what's her name? Queen Margaret d'Anjou, or something like that. Oh, excuse my butchering the names of anything not, like, easy to say. And admin focus curve said I'm going to get humanist first. I should have done this straight off. I always forget to do this, at least for the first year or so. It shouldn't matter that much. Yeah, unless you get the event for Queen d'Anjou, or whatever her name is, you're best... Now, in this patch, you're best off getting an heir, because it means that you can actually hold your PU with France, because the War of Roses doesn't fire and upset them after you've PU'd them. Because I did it in the beta. I tested this a few times during the beta, like, trying out this new event with France and England, and it was so annoying when you got a PU with France after a hard-fought war, and then the War of the Roses fired, and so your king died, and obviously France's opinion was still negative because you'd only just PU'd them, and they broke free, and I cried a little inside. Anyway, start moving our troops across, so they can be at the French. Just gotta say, Paradox, please make it so auto troop transport transports it like this, because this is so much incredibly quicker than the way it does it. And even if you don't do this so that your ships come into port, get the troops, and then take them across, please at least make it so if there's land between where you're starting and where you're going, your ships don't drop your troops off at every single piece of land. It's really annoying. Actually, I don't know if they've fixed that in this, because I've only been doing transporting this way simply because it was so annoying before. I'm not going to test it now. Someone in comments, give me another comment. Tell me if, because I'm comment whoring, because I'm a new YouTuber, and all of your likes and comments and everything mean loads to me because I have 4 subscribers at the point of making this video. Yeah, if anyone knows, have they actually fixed the auto fleet transportation yet? So if I were to send my troops down here somewhere, will they stop off at each landmass in the way? Or will they just go straight down there? Because that was really annoying previously. Also, if you're new to EU4 and somehow you've ended up on this video, please ask any questions down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them, or I'm sure there will be some other helpful person will be happy to answer them if I happen to miss it. One thing I do really like about EU4 and the Paradox community in general is the fact that it's quite a friendly and mature community, ignoring some of the memes, compared to a lot of gaming communities I've seen. That's one of the, I'm a big Paradox fanboy at this point. I play this, Stellaris, Hoi 4. I also play Mountain Blade a lot, but that isn't the kind of thing I think people who play this also play. So, and I'm pretty sure that was published at least by Paradox, but it was made by Tailworlds, but completely different topic. Anyway, it looks like, well, If I'm really lucky, I'm not going to calculate this properly right now. If I'm lucky, I might actually be able to get my alliance with Aragon, which would be awesome, especially if they decide they want France's land. Become papal controller, that might happen. Let's go with that. Because, yeah, I'm still 100% chance to become it, and he is 63, so he could die any time now. Okay, I don't think there's anything much more for me to do now. I'm literally just waiting for it all to kick off with France. You still want their land? You don't. I wonder, is there... Shall I have a quick look through? Is there anyone else I might be able to ally? You have a truce with them. It's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, so you're no good. You're no good. Brittany, what's your opinion of France? They like them. They're not friendly, though, I don't think. It doesn't say. Do they have? They don't have improved relations, so neither of them have been or are improving relations with each other. So Brittany might not be a bad ally. I might be able to call them in against France. Burgundy hate me, and that's it for people who border France. So I'm going to try that. I think I have... Yeah, I've got 2 diplomatic relationship slots free. One of them is going to be Austria, which I'm going to do now. And that's a failed thing. So, yeah, I'm going to get Austria and Brittany. Unfortunately, I can't call Austria in because they don't want France's land. But I'm hoping I'll be able to call Brittany in. There we go. And that's my diplomatic relationship slots filled out. And France. Let's see. Ooh, I wonder. Okay, so there's a chance I can PU you. Can I at least royal marry you? Yes, I can. Oh, I wonder if that'll get me... Can I get an alliance? Oh, I can get an alliance. Excellent. Now, I wanted a relationship with Aragon because they start with... Oh, you got me. Aragon start with no heir. So if they die, although they have a PU of their own, which stops you getting a PU over them, what can happen is you get your king on their... Well, not your king. You get somebody from your king's family on their throne, then you can force PU afterwards. And let me... If I can force PU France and get a PU on either Castile or Aragon, or even both, that would be absolutely amazing. We would be off to a flying start. And considering this is take 2, I feel like I deserve it. Although, yeah. I was like, in my first attempt at this, I pretty much did exactly what I've done here. Except Aragon then declared war on Navarra, who was allied to Castile, so Castile was called in. And Castile and Aragon, who both would have previously joined me against France, then decided they wanted to just fight each other. And... so I would have ended up fighting France and allies alone, and I wasn't probably going to win that. Okay, I'm going to turn this up to speed 4. Let's see how the recording / my computer handles that. Should be fine. Like I said, I've recently got a... Well, I'm actually on a laptop, which is the main problem. I've recently got a new laptop, and that's one of the things that really made me want to do this properly. Because before, I tried doing it, and like playing at speed 4 while recording just wasn't happening even on lower graphic settings. Ooh, this is nice. Which tech do we want? I would like admin or military. Diplotech doesn't really matter at this point. What should we get? Oh, of course. I say I don't want Diplotech, so I get a bonus to Diplotech. For anyone that didn't see that, I was looking at this screen, so when I clicked that, this bar shot up a bit, which means straight away I can tell that it was Diplo that was decreased in price. Although, to be fair, I am over my relationship limit now, so that's... having cheaper Diplotech at least kind of helps out with that. I'm not going to go to speed 5, because speed 5 absolutely kills any computer, because I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere on the Paradox forums, if you speed 5 in any of their games, it actually just does it as fast as your computer can. So you get, it doesn't matter what system you've got. I guess unless you have a complete monster PC, you will get quite bad lag. And I'd rather not do that in case something happens and it doesn't pause, and then France's like 4 shock guy here just stomps both my armies with no morale. Nobody really wants that to happen, do they? Oh, I don't think there's much. Oh, also, lazy diplomats, I will pretty much. Oh, damn it, Henry. You really are the most useless ruler. You do have bold fighter, though, which is a really good trait. Yeah. You are a useless ruler. I will be sure to kill you as soon as I've PU'd France and they're friendly. Which hopefully won't be too long from now. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to take these two, which I hope to call into my war with France and improve relations with them. So, I'm probably going to have lazy diplomats a lot in this game. I apologise for all of you that hate that, but I always forget to use my diplomats if I'm not doing something specific with them. Let's see. Well, I'm going to pull this guy back because I don't need him there anymore, and I'm going to get a claim on Ayrshire. Reason for that, other than just conquering Scotland in general, is with England, if Scotland hasn't developed, which they often do, so you have to check, but if Scotland hasn't developed and you take Ayrshire, they then fall below 70 development, which means you can get a mission to force vassalize them. And that means you can vassalize them without taking the diplo point cost for vassalizing them using a conquest CB, which is what you would usually do. And that also means you can then do this, which means you annex Scotland for free, and so you take over all of Scotland for nothing, essentially, which is excellent. Oh, I'm just going to get nasty event after nasty event now that I'm actually recording, aren't I? I'm normally quite lucky with this game, but I guess not today. I don't want to take a diplo point hit, really, but I also don't want to take a prestige hit. I'm going to take the diplo point hit, just because... Okay, I may do something about that later. Anjou just got excommunicated by Paris. Not Paris. The Papal State. I may use that to... I could possibly force vassalize them later. Because the thing that's going to happen here is... I'm going to call Castile here into a war with France, promising them territory, and then I'm not going to give them anything, because I want all of France. So they're going to break their alliance with me. And then if I'm lucky, I will get a PU on them. But if I'm not lucky, then with these guys excommunicated, if someone else doesn't eat them first, it will mean I can then go over and force vassalize them. And that'll give me a nice strong vassal surrounding France, which will hopefully also be my subject. And I will just be dominating Western Europe at that point. And we can do what we want from there. I haven't thought much past that point, if I'm honest. What I would like to do in my Better Than France run is to take Vienne, Berlin, and Moskva. Because that's what you need for the Better Than Napoleon achievement. And doing it, I think doing it as England would just be amusing. What I was originally planning on doing was doing that and then tag switching to France, which would to get the achievement. But after asking on the forums, I found out that actually you can't do that. You have to actually start as France to get that achievement, which I guess stops you starting as like Poland or Lithuania and just grabbing the 3 provinces you need and then tag switching. Although it would be kind of hard to tag switch to France from Poland. I don't know. Anyway, come on, event fire. If this event doesn't fire, I'm going to be annoyed. I don't know when it goes to. I know the mean time to happen is really short, and it pretty much should always happen. But that doesn't mean, because it is a mean time to happen thing, it means it won't necessarily happen. There's a chance it won't. And that would be incredibly irritating. Because it'll mean I'm going to have to start recording again. Because it kind of defeats the point of doing this England run using the new England stuff. Here we go. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do. Good thing to note. These events go away after, I believe, 3 months. And they pick the top option if you don't pick one of the options in the meantime. So that means I now have time to pay my men and... I'm just going to put all my forts on for now. I don't need all my forts on, but I want them all on just to start with, so I don't necessarily mess. I don't want to accidentally have something awful happen, like France manages to get some men over and takes London. That would suck. Anyway, General here. My 4 shock to his 4 shock. But then what's important at this point in time, the combat width is 20. The most cav that can flank are 4. So I'm going to take out 1 cav and take out 3 infantry. That gives me 20 men on the front line with 4 cav, which is essentially, I think that's the optimal thing you can have here at the start of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that this is the optimal stack for right at the start of the game before combat width increases. Okay. Nothing bad has happened here. You still want French land. You unfortunately don't. It'd be great if they suddenly wanted French land, but I'm guessing they're friendly with them. You still want French land, which is also great. Yeah, next month. Just need 1 more morale tick. So I will attack. There we go. Pause. So, on the 1st of May, 1449. Is there a date on this? There's not a date on this. Excellent. So, yes. On the 1st of May, 1949, England said, F you, France. Maine is ours. Again, I apologise for pronouncing probably everything in this game wrong. We object. You can't have it. Attack. Okay, the reason I'm not just sending in everyone here, and it helps if I let's turn this down to speed 2 so I can hopefully not mess up. The reason I left this stack over here is because if a unit is in combat in this bit, this block here, my units, if they're on the back row, they still take morale damage over time. So it's best to leave them out of combat and then reinforce, because they come in with full morale, rather than when my front line goes, they come forward and they've actually already got damaged morale, so this is much more effective. Yeah, so Castile, I heard you want some of France's land. Do you want to come and get some? There you go. There we go, it's Castilian. And you decided you like France because you're an idiot. And you don't want their land. Okay. So it's me and Castile versus France. Oh, I didn't see that happen. Oh, this could be bad. Oh well, I'll try anyway. Papal State and Venice. Actually, I may just... it's really tempting to restart at this point. I could just end the video there. Question is, are the Ottomans going to be able to get over here? Most likely, I would think. And Castile's probably going to be stupid and send troops over there. Nah, I'll try and stick with it. I'll stick with it and see what happens. I may be able to win anyway with Castile's help. I've almost done this before with just England. But, yeah, if the Ottomans can actually get all their troops over here, I can't really see myself winning it. Okay, that's our first battle against the French one. They've been sent packing. Can you get to my land? Well, France's land. I think you can. You better be able to. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for these guys to arrive on the 23rd. There we go. And then I want to take out them, my damaged infantry, and leave 10,000 men there to siege Paris. Reason for that is, if you're new to this game and don't know, Paris is a level 3 fort, which means you need 9,000 men to siege it at all. And the reason I've put 10,000 men there is if you get a disease outbreak, it kills some of your men, and then you don't have 9,000 men there if that's all you have there. So with 10,000 men, it stops that from happening, so the siege won't pause at any point. One thing I'm also going to do is just build up a spy network on France, because that will help decrease my siege times. All I have to hope now is, well, I have to hope the Ottomans can't get over here for a start, because we're probably not going to win if the Ottomans come and join in. And I have to hope Castile doesn't get destroyed by France. Although, at least they will provide a good distraction. Ooh, here we go. Castile is attacking France's foreshock without a leader. Castile, you're an idiot. Can he win? Probably not. I should try and watch my own thing at the same time. Wow. Quarantine the fort, let them die. Poor people. Poor Castile. You suck. I would have rather have got Aragon in on this. You haven't changed your mind about wanting France's land, have you? No. And I'm taking it. You're not going to help me either. Nope. Although getting Austria in might not be a good thing, because then Ottomans would definitely be able to go over here. Yeah. Yes, that's what I wanted. That's going to reduce my... Ooh, Burgundy declare one Provence, that's alright. That's going to reduce my AE when I PU, hopefully, France. And it'll... Ooh, occupy Paris, I'll be taking that, thank you. Just in case this doesn't go as I plan. Yeah, that'll reduce my AE, and I hope it should show up straight away. I may need to wait till the end of the month. But union with France... Look at that, no coalition. I'm taking all of this and not getting a coalition because I've just gotten the papal controller. Normally you'd get like all of these Western miners in the HRE wanting to coalition you for doing this. I think, maybe. Disputed success. Oh, if I can just get like a PU on Castile, like right at the end of this war, that would be absolutely fabulous. Oh no, it's a noble from my house will succeed. The PU's gone away. Oh, I think that's because I'm at war. Yeah, so hopefully at the end of this war, I'll get a PU on Castile. That would be excellent. One thing I should also be doing is hunt enemy fleets, North Atlantic, slightly, yeah, get to work. And we should have control of the seas, so I'm going to turn this off for them. Sure, Brittany, go help Burgundy beat up Provence. Although, Brittany, you're not doing too well. Now, I think this could be a bit slow because I'll siege that, and I'll siege them up here. This is going to be a bit slow because I can't get anywhere until I've sieged down Paris. And Paris is the most important province in this war because the war goal is taking their capital. So it's not just worth like the 12 or whatever war score of taking this province, it's also worth 25 ticking war score either way for actually controlling it. Otherwise, I may just bring my men down here and support Castile. But no. Plus, this way, we're both sieging down more at a time, so... Oh, no. Castile, you suck. Go and defend your provinces. You start with more morale than France. You should be able to... Although, actually, because they've disinherited the rest straight away, they have bad prestige. And that'll be hurting their morale a bit. I don't know if there's any other things affecting it, but... They should still have... I know France has the general advantage, obviously, but they still should still have the morale advantage. They should be able to attack, like, this stack. This army would need to walk around, I'd imagine. And... Oh, it's alright. France has messed up. They've left both sieges. Excellent. That's what I want to see. I really need to also fix my pop-ups, I think, because normally the pop-ups don't matter when I'm playing normally because, well, I can take my time. There aren't people watching it getting bored if I take loads of time doing everything. And so I don't care too much about the pop-ups because I always check everything before doing something. Like, I'd probably have noticed before the war that France were allied to the Ottomans if I was just playing, not recording. Anyway, I'm hoping if Paris can fall for me in a second. Ooh, the Renaissance. In fact, there we go. I'll end it here. Thank you for watching. Please keep in mind this is my first YouTube video. Any constructive criticism, improvements you'd like to see, things I could do better, please comment them below. I'd really appreciate it. I'd also really appreciate it if you like this video to hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to try and put up a video every day. And unlike most YouTubers I know record in a block, you give them some feedback and they don't actually read it until 10 videos later because they recorded them all at once. I'm going to try and record a video separately each day so I can read the previous day's feedback first. Yeah, so thank you very much. I've been James Rose here in EU4, and that'll be all for today. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.